we're gonna build a Minecraft set, man. We are live. All right. So we got the Pale Garden set. Now, I've actually had this set sitting around for a little bit, and yeah, it has not been messed with. So I wanted to, make a stream and build it with you guys. So, hopefully you guys can join up, and hopefully you guys stay entertained. Well, let's get into this. It's got 243 pieces, so this is a smaller set than we've done before. So the stream's probably not going to be as long, maybe a half an hour or so. But I'm excited to build this one. This could turn out to be a really cool animation. Looks like we got another person in here. So hello, welcome to the stream. Thank you for being here. Let's get into this. So looks like we got these. Yo, what's up, Lego Rancher? How's it going, man? Glad you could make it, bro. You're the first person on the stream. Man, that's great, bro. Literally only like a minute in and you're already here. Awesome. Alright, we'll just set that back here. Alright. Now I think this set pretty recently came out. I was kind of hoping that the Trial Chamber set was going to have the mace in it. I don't have the mace in Lego. So that kind of is a bummer that wasn't in there. It's in some of the newer sets, but I don't know why that one didn't have it in here. So I didn't get one with the mace, but I think a Pale Garden animation would be really, really cool. So maybe we'll get the mace sometime though. Alright. Bag 1. So this guy's wearing an elytra too. His name is the Mothman. So the Mothman. I should see if I could make that skin sometime and just use that guy. I'll probably have him in an animation soon, probably too. Alright. Again, I haven't built a Lego set in a while. I think since last time I did a stream. Looks like there's 9 people on. Welcome, guys, for being here. Thank you so much. Enjoy the stream. Make yourself at home. You are very welcome to be here. Let's get into this. Yeah, so today we are building a Lego Minecraft set. We are building the Pale Garden, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the stream. We got 28 people in the stream right now. It's amazing. And if this is your first time on the channel, welcome, welcome. Glad you all could be here. This is only my 4th or 5th stream. I usually will do it if I have a new Lego set or if I'm working on an animation. But it's always fun to make a stream, do some Lego building. But this right here, make sure he has his axe. This is Mothman. And he is going to be the minifigure for today's set. If I can get him to hold the axe. There we go. So he's got his elytra, and he's got his axe, and he's ready to fly into the garden. Alright, so he's there. Let's get the chest going. I think this is a new design for the chest, too. This is like a smaller chest. They had a bigger one, but now it's a square, smaller one, which is nice because it actually looks a little bit more like the actual Minecraft chests. So that's cool. it's nice to be able to have a little bit of new design. So there's that. So glad you guys all were able to, you know, spend the time to come and um, watch some of the stream. Always an amazing feeling to have people watching. And yeah, if it's your first time on the channel, I recommend you check out some of my stop motion animations. That's what I do. I do a bunch of different animations. I do all Lego, but I have a bunch of different stories, a bunch of different genres, all different things. So this setup right here is usually where I do my animations. I'll do all sorts of different animations. These are usually my lighting. I will use some other lighting. I'll use some bluish lights. I can switch my lighting actually with these too. So these can go a bunch of different colors. I like to keep it the brightest for some of my for most of my stop motions. I usually keep it the brightest setting. But if I'm doing a night scene, then I want it to be a little darker blue. So, because like the Pale Garden is supposed to be like an eerie forest setting, so I'm gonna have to try to figure out my lighting with that. That's gonna be a fun animation probably to make. If you guys have any ideas, you know, put it in the chat. I have a feeling this set is gonna go fast because this is a pretty small set. I kind of wish there was 2 trees that came with this, because then it kind of gives me a little bit more to work with. But I think I could make this design with just my Legos because I got a bunch of gray and dark gray. I think I have some of these pieces, but um, this greenish color I'm gonna need to get more of if I want to do this because that's supposed to be like the pale moss, and it's just a little bit harder to find. Rarer pieces definitely, and a lot less sets. We are getting very, very close to 1,000 subs, guys. We just hit 5 years on the channel, and it's been such an amazing journey going through all of this. And so glad that, you know, all you guys' support and everything with it has been so good. And we're over 900 subscribers now, so it's been such a journey, such fun experience, and yeah, everything's been really, really good. And if you guys are joining and you have any ideas for different things I could do, please put that in the chat. I love to hear ideas from you guys. I just recently released a Spider-Man short. If you guys want to go check that out, it's just a bunch of different Spider-Mans. Which one's your favorite? Because I got a bunch of different Spider-Man suits and characters, um, and so you guys can go check that out if you want to, and pick which one's your favorite. Also got a bunch of other ones like that. I've got favorite Minecraft mob, favorite Iron Man suit, favorite Batman suit, bunch of different stuff. So if you guys are interested, please go and check that out. So we are starting to get onto this tree, this pale oak tree. I like the design with the pale moss going up the sides and the resin. I also these are supposed to be what are they called? They're like the eye blossoms. That's what they're called. Yeah, those are pretty cool. I love the feel of just new minifigures. They just feel every single one of their movements just seem, they seem new and crisp. It's amazing having new minifigures because I usually will get like used minifigures or just minifigure parts if I want to. Otherwise, they'll come in sets. So if they're used, then they will be usually more loose compared to like newer minifigures. Most of the pieces, if I need pieces for certain things, I will just buy them offline or at a store just separately. Get get certain pieces I need for an animation or anything. I just need to make sure that I have all the pieces I need before starting the animation. We are almost done with bag one already. It's been only a little over 10 minutes. If you're just joining the stream, thank you for being here. Make yourself at home. I appreciate you taking the time to come and check out the stream. Building a Lego Minecraft set, the Pale Garden. Looks like we're on the second bag, so these are extra pieces. This is the other stuff from bag 1. Well, like I said at the beginning, this thing has really been wanting to be built because I got it months ago, and I'm just now building it. So I needed to find the time to do a stream and build it with you guys. All right, Enchanted Skeleton. So usually you won't see these guys with, like, if they have like enchanted iron armor, you usually won't see these guys unless they are on skeleton horses, but this might not be enchanted iron. This might just be enchanted gold armor or something. Maybe even enchanted copper. Who knows, you know? That just came out, the new copper armor, so mobs have been wearing that now, so it's kind of terrifying with all the new armor they got. Let me know in the chat if you've ever encountered a skeleton horse jockey. Or a couple of them, because sometimes there are what's called trap horses in the daytime. You approach it, and lightning will strike, and 3 will pop out of there, and they'll just attack you. So usually we'll see these guys, though they usually will have enchanted bows, which this is not enchanted, so that kind of is makes a little bit more sense that he doesn't have a skeleton horse. Like, oh yeah, and he's also got the chest plate, which usually he won't be wearing if he's on horseback, because like right here I've actually got this skeleton horse right here, and this is the jockey with his enchanted bow and the enchanted helmet. I don't think they actually do have the chest plate, so this is a little bit more realistic, and obviously he can go on his hind legs and stuff. It's pretty cool. That came in the what was it? It was the Iron Golem set. All right, we got him finished up. We got a creeper. So the creaking has not made an appearance yet. I think they're letting us wait until the last bag to unpack him, because he's actually a built character compared to these guys are only a couple pieces. Yeah, that's a cool face print, because maybe if I wanted like a... keep getting calls, I don't know why. I gotta put that on silent. But like I was saying, the creaking, I think they could have maybe come out with a new design of the creaking, but I like this, but I think they could have done a little bit better. I like the face print, that's nice, but I think definitely they could have done a little bit better with the just kind of the brick built, but honestly it's not too bad. So this is the resin that's going to be coming off of our trees right here. So a couple of those. And let's continue our tree. And I can just, if I'm going to want to make more trees, I'll just use this as a reference. Or I'll make my own design. Make a couple other pale oak trees. If you're just joining the stream, thanks again for being here. Make yourself at home. If you have any questions, put it in the chat. And like I said earlier, thanks again for 900 subscribers. We hit that about a month ago, and we are getting so close to 1,000. These last 5 years have been definitely, like I said, a journey. It's been very, very fun opportunity to make animations and now live streams. So this is about my 4th or 5th live stream, and it's been a really fun experience. Yeah, that's cool. It looks like the resins look literally right on it. It doesn't. Those are what's cool about those bricks. Make it look like it's just sticking on there. What's up, son? How's it going? Thank you for being here. Make yourself at home. Yes, thank you very much for being here. And like I said, if you guys have any questions, put it in the chat. Yeah, you're always welcome to be here. Thanks again. I love when I get people to come on the chat and talk with. It's nice. This is, like I said, like one of the first live streams I've done. First couple times I had a couple issues, but kind of got that all resolved now. So hopefully in the future be a little bit easier to do. But definitely a very fun experience. Looks like right here is going to be where the creaking heart is going to be. And now, if you don't know too much about the creaking, they don't take any damage if you try to hit them. They have what's called their creaking heart that is in the center of the tree. And now you have to break that. And once that's broken, they'll kind of flicker, and then they will just kind of turn to dust or just kind of crumple down almost. So that was I'm glad that they added that, at least, the creaking heart. It looks like we're going to be building it here in a second. kind of a cool design that they got for the Creaking Heart. Definitely got that grayish, kind of like it's supposed to look like that resin color. It's supposed to look like it's kind of glowing almost, but a bunch of different colors. I mean, look at all the different colors of orange. You got like the kind of lighter brownish orange, like the bronze almost, and you got the orange, and then like the light orange. Lego has got so many different colors. It's really, really cool. But yep, so this pops right out just like that. That's cool. I usually like to learn stuff as I'm going instead of looking to the back, because usually like this, right, I didn't know that was gonna it was gonna be just pop out, right? So it's cool to be able to notice different things as I move on. Obviously, the bigger the Lego set, the more little contraptions and secrets there are. So it's kind of cool to find out as I go. Oops, got that on the wrong side. There we go. So this is a little bit more of that resin on the side, and you can farm resin if you attack the creaking. So if you look straight at the creaking, it will not move. So it will act like a statue. And if you, as soon as you look away, it will start attacking you. But if you start hitting it, it will send some dust, almost some orange resin dust, over to its source tree. So, and that's where it will grow resin on the sides and everything. And you can farm resin, because if you keep hitting it'll just keep generating that resin, and you can just put that. You can make different resin blocks and bricks and a bunch of different stuff with the resin, which is pretty cool. Gives you a bunch of different opinions if you want to make, a cool brick wall that's made out of the resin. My personal favorite with the resin is the armor trims. You can make armor trims with the resin, and that's really, really cool. I'm just waiting until they make tool trims. That'll be really, really cool. That would be crazy. So yeah, this pops out. So if I push on that, shoots out, and there is the Creaking Heart. That's cool. Usually you do have to mine in, but that's kind of a cool little feature they added. Bag 3, final bag already. So this, like I said, is a faster Lego build, but that's all right. Every single Lego build is different, and they're all fun in their own way. I think this, like I said, this could really turn into a really cool animation. Maybe a creaking animation, or a Pale Garden, Journey to the Pale Garden, or something. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Looks like we're going to be getting a lot of pale moss. Looks like you can see it's hanging down from the trees. That's probably what we're going to be building a lot. So let me get this back into frame. There we go. So this is going to be the top of the tree here. Pale oak. If you guys have any other cool ideas, like I said, put it in the chat if you have any questions or requests or anything, I'll always consider different ideas from you guys. Obviously, it does need to be stop motion related, Lego stop motion related, but any cool ideas would be great too. And if you're new to the channel, I do Lego stop motion, and you guys can go check that out on my channel. You can tell they're really putting a lot of design in the outside because this is going to be all covered up. So the yellow we're not going to be seeing, obviously. It's just, you can make use of those pieces that don't need to be shown. So, I've made a bunch of My Own Creations mocks in my time, and definitely don't have enough pieces to just do in and out, even the stuff that you're not seeing to be the same. That's way too hard. So, oh, you're still here. Nice. Awesome. Thanks for staying as long as you have. Yeah, I'm probably going to just copy this design of the tree to make more trees. If I'm doing an animation, I'll probably just have a couple of these, because most of these pieces I do have, some of this greenish color is going to be a little bit harder to find, but definitely going to probably just use this design in case I make an animation. So the top is almost complete. Kind of looks like a big rock almost. So you just put that down there. It kind of looks like just a big stone. But that's going to be the top of the tree because it is kind of grayish leaves to make that kind of eerie theme to it. How long do you usually take to finish a Lego set? Well, it depends obviously with the size, but a 500 piece one usually will take me around an hour and a half. But this one, like, it's about been 34 minutes, and I've been talking a little bit, slowing down. If I was going my normal speed, I'd probably be done by now. But this, it probably will be 40. The stream will probably be about 45 minutes long, so about 10 or so more minutes. But thanks for asking, though. Let me know, guys, if there's any problem with the sound, because that did happen last time. I can't really figure out why. It might have been because the battery was low on the device I'm using to record. I don't think that will happen again, but obviously, let me know if you guys aren't hearing anything, or it looks like I'm talking and you don't hear anything. but it should not happen again. And thanks again all for being here and making it onto the stream. Make yourself at home and enjoy. So this is a big treetop compared. Let me grab one of the smaller Minecraft trees. So if you got like a birch tree in comparison, this is much larger with a lot more detail. So definitely a change in size. Because even the trees, these birch trees are smaller, right? So if I were ever to do a dark oak forest, this would kind of be almost the same design because that's about what it is, about the size that it would be for a dark oak tree as well. Still also working on a Minecraft series too. So if you guys like my Minecraft content, go check out, uh, I have a whole series. I have about 11 episodes. Go check that out. I'm hopefully going to I'm starting to work on one. And that series should keep on going for a while. It's been a fun series to make. And there's a lot you can do with Lego Minecraft because there is um, a lot of different characters and obviously biomes and other things just left off where they were leaving the Nether. So if you are interested in that, you can go check that out on my channel. I have a playlist of that too. All right, so it looks like we're putting it on. So this is got to be just like that. All right. So it's a little bit off, but this is going to be probably, like you can see, it's going to be filled in with some of that pale moss and that kind of stuff. The hanging moss as well. So 2 of these go right on here. Yeah, that's pretty much what I said. So that's going to be there. And then I think this is going to be probably all pale moss and then pale moss here. I think, so I could copy this how this is, but I also could switch it around. I'm going to keep it here for now, but might switch that around too. That's kind of a cool thing about Lego. You can just flip it around, especially if it's like this kind of stuff. Pull in some of these pieces. Looks like this is the big pale moss, or hanging, I keep saying just moss. This is the hanging moss, or hanging vines. But it's more of a mossy tree than a vine, not as much vines as there is moss. But there is that moss part, so that sticks on there. That looks nice. I like how that is hanging down like that. It makes it kind of look, where it kind of looks more 3D than it does. I mean, yeah, this side more has the resin, but it all kind of has that same look to it almost. I usually don't like to speed my Lego set building. I usually like to, make it a process, kind of Like to look at a lot of the pieces and everything. Obviously, it takes a little bit longer during a stream, but um, I never really try to speed because there's a lot of people that will just speed through it so that they can have it done. And now, guys, we are working on the creaking. This is going to be an exciting build right here. They wanted to save it for last so that you had to wait until the very, very end until you could build it. All right, I think there needs to be these pieces. Here we go. Yep, these are some weirdest pieces because they got the hole, but it's kind of got that front. That's kind of weird. I've never noticed that. I don't think I've ever seen one of these before. Definitely got that mossy texture to him because he's almost like a mini tree. He's like a walking tree. I mean, looks a little bit scary because he's kind of all bent and weird, and he's got those glowing eyes. I think it's the resin. Obviously, that's the creaking heart that helps him, but it will be that resin and everything that will usually keep him alive in that way. So we got his legs done. Now we gotta do the top of him. So it would have kind of been cool if, like, I mean, I know there's not really a smaller one of these, but to have this be more of an opening to look him really look more crooked than just kind of a flat one. How the actual game has it, but it's fine. This is a pretty good design though too. So if you look at this picture right here, he's got that opening right there, and so that's got that kind of like corner piece. But in this right here, you can tell looks a little bit different, but that's all right. I don't think I could have done better if I was designing it, unless I had, yeah, because like, where would the leg attach to be able to make him walk and stuff? So. Right, that will go right on here. Oh, that's cool. It's like his arm's a little bit taller. Oh, that's cool. Instead of being at his shoulder, it more goes up, kind of like a tree almost. I think that's only for this one. I think this one's a little bit, yeah, this one's a little bit different. See, that's cool. They're making it a little bit oddly, so it's not like perfectly symmetrical. You've got them a little bit different because of his because he's more of a tree than a being, really. And this is the front texture. That's cool. That's very cool. Very nice. Cool. And that will go just like this. I think. Nope. Nope. Actually, it's backwards. There we go. That's right. And see, his head is even a little bit off center, too. That's cool, though. Like, he definitely has a cool design with how he looks. It does look a lot like the game. There's a couple things off, obviously, but the Lego definitely looks cool with like that with him. That is the Pale Garden set. Now, that was like a quicker one, but that was a fun one. So these pieces now can come and you can put your little resin pieces and you can put those in the chest with the bread. Um, if it can fit, I think we should be able to fit one resin piece in the bread. But you got the new chest texture. I like that. That's pretty good. Um, yeah, it was overall a good set. Um, I like the creaking. I like the tree. It'd be cool if they had like a dark oak one, but I think I could create a dark oak. Maybe almost use this design for to make the dark oak. But that can sit there. Looks like he's got some candles burning here. And then, like I said, yep, yes, a couple resin pieces. Maybe those will be just dropped down. Maybe you got some bread. Maybe he'll be up there ready to glide off. You got him. He's looking for him. You got all the angry mobs down there at the bottom. Rating out of 10. Let's see. I think I'm going to give it a 7. It's not a bad set at all. It's a very, very fun set. I think it's small. I think they could have added a little bit more to this set. I mean, they've been making a lot of them pretty small. But overall, I like the design of the tree. It seems pretty on spot with the game, and then the creaking looks pretty good with that. Everything else, yeah, I like the ground. Everything seems right. I think it just needs to be a little bit bigger. I The elytra wasn't really needed. It can be in here. That's good. I mean, because if you're trying to get, oh hey, it's one with an elytra and it's one with everything else. What is up? YZ planned. Let me read that. Okay, planes sand trains. Okay, planes and trains. Okay, nice. Glad you're able to join the stream. You just made it because we are about to end stream. Glad you were able to make it though. Still. Well, that is the Pale Garden set. I'm glad you guys were all able to join, and you were able to make it just a little bit planes and trains. Son, glad you were able to come as well. And yeah, I'm hoping to do maybe another stream again soon. Um, and yeah, I'm glad you guys were able to be here. All subscribe. Thank you so much, man. That is amazing. I'm so close to 1,000 subs, and that will really help me out. Thanks again for that. Thank you very much, Planes and Trains. Well, I will probably end stream now. I'm going to see if I can find another time, maybe do another stream. I'm obviously going to be I'm always working on animations. Obviously, Lego animations take a little bit longer to make, so those will take a little bit longer to come out. But yeah, so keep checking out that kind of stuff. I usually put a short out a week, maybe twice a week. I'm always working on full-length videos, but they're definitely take a little bit longer to make. Can take me a few weeks, if not a month, to make, because I want to put my time into the animation and everything. So, but I'm glad you guys were able to join. Thank you for being here, and yeah, peace out. Goodbye.